Welcome to Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. So happy you are here. We'll be doing a Warrior 2, a Warrior Flow with some floor. I'm so excited. And remembering as we go through this practice that anytime to take a break, please do so. We don't enter into pain in yoga, so if you have any pain, back off immediately. And but we like to play the edge, so we're not going to, I like the rubber band, we're not going to stretch out and snap muscles, but we're not going to be loosey-goosey either. We're going to play a gentle edge as we go through this practice. This is your time on the mat, it's your practice. So listen to your own body and honor your body. And our focus today is connecting with that inner energies and bringing that energies into consolidation, into our own self for our highest good, to use that energy and consolidate it so that we can be living our purpose and living on purpose and have all that power and all that energy within us, all that soul wisdom. So we're going to bring everything back and embody it, and knowing we're not the body, yet we're going to use this beautiful embodied tool as a sacred body temple to help serve the soul's purpose in this life. So let's come up to a standing position. And as we come up to a nice standing position, we're just going to warm up by just shaking out the body, shake out the arms and the legs. Just move the body a little bit, enjoy maybe some twists. A little bit of warming up before we move into the warrior flow. So happy you are here. Please go to ecstaticyoga.studio to check out our yoga teacher trainings and retreats. Beautiful job. And let's tap that thymus. This I learned as a child. My dad used to take me to the chiropractor if we got sick, and he would always say, tap your thymus. And you've got to keep tapping it throughout your life so this thymus gland remains large, and it helps to with our immunity. So if we get sick, this thymus gland kicks in and helps create all those immunities. So as we kind of wake it up and do this as a regular habit to keep ourselves healthy and our bodies healthy, and so we don't get sick, or if we do get sick, we can heal very quickly. And let's do a little tapping. Just open up the lymph system. We tap those kidneys gently, and even the face and the scalp. Beautiful. And we'll do a little bit of cross patterning to integrate that right and left brain. Helps us with learning. Helps us with the brain health. And if you'd like, you can double it up. And if you'd like to, instead of going to the knee, we can go to the foot. And then change it up a little bit for your brain. This integrates the right and left brain. This is where geniuses are so gifted. They're so integrated. And let's do our breath of joy. So we're going to do 3 inhales and 1 nice long exhale to a forward fold. And I'll show you first, and then we'll do it together. We're going to inhale, bringing the arms up to shoulder length. Inhale, bringing them wide open, opening up the heart. And then inhale, bringing them above the head. And on the exhale, we're going to bend the knees and move into a nice forward fold. Together. One more time. And let's hang here in forward fold a little. Let those knees be loose, a little bent, a little micro bend in them. Just noticing the sensations in the body. We're going to come up nice and slowly. So we're going to be coming up. We're not going to be hinging at the hips. We're going to let the spine bring us up from our Uttanasana forward fold. So we're going to let those lumbar spines begin. one at a time, like a string of pearls. And then those lower thoracics and the upper thoracics. And then allow those cervicals to bring the head back up to center. Beautiful job. Let's bring those feet into a nice wide stance. And we are going to take this right front leg and bring it 90 degrees to the front. Back leg is going to come 30 to 40 degrees, whatever feels better for you. My heel is going right through the arch of my back foot. Some people like to line up their heels, whatever feels better for you. So the first thing we do in a yoga pose is set that foundation. And then I'm going to bend the knee. I start to move into alignment. And I might bring that back foot back a little, especially if your knee's going like forward of the ankle. We want to keep it lined up or a little behind to protect the knee. So if it starts to go forward, just widen your stance a little. So it's lined up. And then we're going into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Bring the arms up and make sure that the arms are equal length. So one's not lower than the other or higher than the other. We want to keep them nice and equal. And the whole pelvic area is facing me. I'm facing you. We're going to keep it that way. We're not going to move that at all. We're just going to twist the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. Now, some people like to lunge forward when we do this. We want to just move the head. So we're gazing out the front fingertips. And we're going to engage the bandhas. So we have 3 bandhas. We're going to engage the Mula Bandha, the pelvic floor, engage it, lift it up. Uddiyana Bandha is engaged and lifted up. That is your lower belly. And Jalandhara, the chin comes in a little bit and the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. And let's bring in the prana and the breath. One more breath. And on your exhale, drop the back arm to rest on the back leg and reach that arm up for reversed warrior. Tita Virabhadrasana. Opening up the heart, engaging those bandhas again, and let's breathe. Bring in the prana and life force with the breath. One more breath. Reaching up on the inhale. And on your exhale, we're going to swoop this arm to rest gently on the front thigh. Very little weight. We're not putting our weight on it. We're just very gentle. The hand is cupped, so you could almost like hold some water. Going into side angle, bringing that back arm up alongside the body. Line of energies from the back foot along the body and out the extended fingertips. Let's engage those bandhas and breathe. One more deep breath. Inhaling, reaching those fingertips up. And exhale, we're going to straighten that front leg, move into Trikonasana, triangle. We're going to bring the hand down. You can bring the hand down to a block. You can adjust that foundation a little bit. And we're going to move into our Trikonasana. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. You can either gaze up at the fingers. I like to keep the head in alignment with the spine. One more breath, inhaling, reaching those extended fingertips up, left arm up, and exhaling it down. And bringing a hand onto either side of the front foot. Let's take that back foot and adjust it to 90 degrees like the front. I'm going to have my left hand onto the earth or a block. I'm going to twist away from you as I raise the right arm up. Viparita Trikonasana. Revolved triangle. And engage the bandhas and breathe. Next inhale, reaching those fingertips up. And exhaling them down and moving into our pyramid. This is kind of a rest pose. Both hands on either side. of the front foot and just relax, resting on that front leg and breathe. And your next inhale, lifting the head and the heart. And we're going to be moving into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1, coming all the way up, sort of untied. And we are going to take those hips and square them. So my left leg is back, so I'm going to move that left hip forward to be squared with the right. The knee, adjust it back over the ankle, and then bring those arms up into an extended warrior pose, engaging. You can take that foot and bring it back 30 to 40 degrees. Engage those bandhas and breathe into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Next inhale, reaching the fingertips up. And then bringing the hands down to the waist. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana 3, a nice little balancing pose. And the first thing I like to do is just bring my weight into this standing foot, the right standing foot. Just a very little bit of weight in the back leg. And then begin to hinge forward, lifting the back leg up. And you can bring the arms forward or to the side. And engage the bandhas and breathe. Find a drishti, a point in front that's not moving to gaze at. One more breath. And on the exhale, coming back down. Beautiful job. And facing forward. The first thing we're going to move into is our star. It's a 5-pointed star. So we have 5 lines of energy. So we're going to bring the arms out. Everything's coming from the solar plexus. First 2 lines of energy are going down our legs, pressing those feet into the earth. Next 2 lines of energies comes up to the heart, out both arms, and feel those fingertips extend away from you. And that 5th line comes straight up, out through the crown. So feel that head lift up, become a 1/2 inch taller. Engaging the bandhas and breathe in our beautiful star. Five simultaneous lines of energy. One more breath. And on the exhale, bringing the hands back down to the hips. And we're going to move into a goddess. Bringing those heels together. I need the heels in, so the feet out. I kind of try to call them my froggy feet. So the heels are in, feet are out. And we're going to bend those knees so they're going over the feet into a nice goddess squat. And find your squat. It may be way up here. It could be way down here. See how much you want to challenge yourself. We'll bring the arms up. Palms can face out to the world, or they can face in if you feel you need to give yourself some energy. Engage those bandhas and breathe. One more breath. Beautiful, and coming up. Beautiful job. We're going to move into a nice wide leg forward fold. So the first thing I like to do is stick that tailbone out and then begin to hinge forward at the hips. So we're moving into this forward fold through the hinging of the hips. And the head will be the last to come down. You can bring your hands down to a block or the earth. And just allow the head to rest. And gently shake out the head, gently, yes, no, side to side, circle. Enjoy the relaxation of that neck and that head. you like to do a little side-to-side stretching, you can bend one knee and open up and stretch the opposite leg. Keeping the breath flowing, enjoying the sensations. And we're bringing all that energy back into ourselves. We're consolidating our energy, bringing a focus into our heart. We're going to lift the head, and you can bring the hands back and coming all the way back up. Beautiful job. And as we move through this, we're going to be imagining that all our energy is coming back into our body as we become this sacred embodiment. Knowing this body temple is a temple. It's a temple housing our soul power, our soul energy. This eternal part of ourselves animates through us. The eternal soul is our true identity. We want to take very good care of this sacred temple. There's no physical temple on the planet more sacred than the organic temple that our soul is living and embodying through. And so we're going to move over to the other side. So the left foot is going to come 90 degrees. The back right foot is going to come 30. And we're going to set that foundation. Find out how wide you want that stance. And now moving into alignment, the front knee goes right over the ankle. This back thigh is engaged. And the pelvic area is facing me. We're lined up here. We're going to bring the arms out, equal height, and turn the head to gaze out over the front fingertips. We're going to engage those bandhas. And when we engage the bandhas, we seal the energy in. And then as we bring the breath and the prana in, nice deep breaths into the belly, we seal it inside. We're keeping that soul power, that life force energy sealed within our body, and breathe. One more breath. On the exhale, bring in the back arm to the back of the leg. One arm extending up, open heart in your reverse warrior. Tita Virabhadrasana. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Open heart. Allowing that energy to consolidate inside of you. Bringing all your energies in. Next inhale, reaching the arm up. And on the exhale, swooping that front arm to very gently rest on the front leg. I'm widening my stance just a little bit. My foundation back arm comes up alongside the body in our side angle. Engage those bandhas and breathe. Walk all that energy inside of you. Trying not to allow the energy, your energies, to be dispersed and weakened. Strengthening our energy field, our inner aliveness. Next inhale, reaching those fingertips up. And on the exhale, straightening that front leg. We're moving into Trikonasana, bringing the front arm down. Right arm is up. Left arm is down into a beautiful Trikonasana triangle pose. Engaging those bandhas and breathe. Every breath, you become more contained, more powerful, more energy is returned back into your heart. Next inhale, reaching up into the fingertips. Exhale, bringing that hand down, bringing a hand on either side of the front foot. Back foot is going to come 90 degrees like the front. I'm going to root this right hand into the earth or a block and twist away into Viparita Trikonasana, revolved triangle. And engage the bandhas and breathe. Next inhale, reaching the fingertips up. And exhale, bringing that hand down, moving into our pyramid pose. Resting the chest on the front leg. And resting here for a few breaths. Keeping those bandhas engaged. Just resting. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to bend that front knee so it goes over the ankle. You come up to the thigh, come all the way up. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Taking now, my right leg is back. So I'm going to square the hips. I'm going to bring that right hip forward a little bit. Square those hips so they're even. Readjust that knee so it's over the ankle. I can take that back foot and bring it 30 degrees again. Beautiful job. And bring those arms up. And engage those bandhas and breathe in your beautiful Virabhadrasana 1. Reclaiming all your energies. Bringing them all back into your heart. Honoring this body temple as a powerhouse. Housing your infinitely powerful soul. One more breath, inhaling, reaching into the fingers. And exhaling those hands down to the hips. We're going to move into Virabhadrasana 3. So first thing, come on to that front leg. Very little weight on the back leg. And then on your next breath, hinging forward. I'm going to bring my arms out. I've got plants in the way. Find your drishti and breathe. One more breath. And on the exhale, coming back down. Beautiful job. Coming forward, and let's bring the hands to the heart in Anjali Mudra. And take a moment to bring all your energy inward into the inner being, the inner aliveness, pratyahara, into your heart, noticing sensations, your heart beating. Just bask in that inner nectar. Bask in that indwelling presence, divine teacher within the Atman. Basking in the nectar, the source of all your life. Source of love. We have an infinite supply of love within us at all times. And if there's someone or something outside of us that doesn't give us love, that's okay, because we have an infinite supply within. And this is where we go for our source of love, the indwelling presence. And everything external is a projection, reflection of the inner world anyways. So always accessing our love from within, our acknowledgement from within. And let's move into a yoga mudra, a standing yoga mudra. We're going to clasp the hands behind our back. Clasp them like this, right behind our back. We're going to hinge at the hips into a forward fold as we bring those hands up towards the sky and drop the head down towards the earth. And here, the heart is the highest organ, so we are going to be honoring the heart. So let's engage the bandhas and breathe as we honor and bring our attention into that sacred heart. One more breath, inhale, reaching those arms up. And exhale, releasing the hands, bringing the hands down to the earth. And we're going to move so that we're up onto our knees. And we're going to move into a beautiful camel pose. So this is a back bend. This again is a heart opener. We're working on bringing all that energy into our heart, honoring this indwelling presence, consolidating our energy and not letting it leak and disperse, so that we can be powerful. Our soul power can work powerfully in this world and this life. And so the first thing I like to do is tuck that tailbone under, tucking it under. And then I like to come up onto the toes. And you can bring your hands to the small of the back, opening up the chest, going into a back bend. This may be your full camel pose, and that is fine. If you like to challenge yourself and bring the hands down to either heel, you can do that, moving those hips forward, back over the knees, and engage the bandhas and breathe. Keep the head in alignment with the spine. Don't let it drop down. Just keep it in alignment. One more breath. And inhale, coming up. Bringing the hands back to the small of your back and releasing those toes. And let's move into a beautiful child's pose. And I like in my child's pose to open the knees a little bit. We can allow the belly to relax between the legs, bringing the forehead to the earth, and just relaxing the hands either alongside of you or in front. Bringing all your focused energy and your focused attention inward. On your next inhale, coming up, we're going to move into a table pose. Moment. We're going to move into threading the needle. This opens up our shoulders, stretches the shoulder. And we're going to have the hands are right under, the wrists are right above the shoulders, the knees are above the hips. We're lining up the body in alignment. And we're going to inhale as we reach the right arm up. You can gaze up at the right hand. And then as you exhale, we're going to bring the hand, we're going to thread that needle right between the wrist, the left wrist and knee. And relaxing down onto the side of your face and your shoulder. And taking a few breaths here, you can engage those bandhas if you like. One more breath. On your next inhale, reaching that arm back up and exhaling it back down. So the wrist is right in alignment with the shoulder. You're going to go to the other side, the left arm now. So we're going to inhale that left arm up, opening up the heart. Exhale, threading that hand right through between the wrist and knee of the right side. Relaxing side of the head and breathe. One more breath. On your next inhale, reaching the arm up and bringing it back down. And while we're in our table, let's move into a little cat-cow, no flexion and extension of the spine. Cow, you're going to arch that back, stick the tailbone out, lift the head, and inhale. Exhale into cat as we tuck the tailbone under, round that back up like a Halloween cat. Flexion of the spine. Back and forth in cow and cat. Cow is extension of the spine. Cat is flexion. finding your pace. And one more time. Beautiful job. Coming back to center. And we are going to come to a seated position and bring those legs out in front of us. And let's just move into a nice double leg forward fold. I don't do this very often. Let's first flex and extend the feet. Notice the sensation in your legs to allow this soul power, this eternal aspect of yourself, your true identity, to embody this sacred body temple. And coming back. And we're going to inhale as we lengthen and exhale, feeling the hips hinge forward. And finding your edge here, the back leg muscles will let you know that that's probably enough. And when you do, just allow the spine to round. And bring your hands all the way to your feet if you can, and taking a few breaths here in this beautiful forward fold. Drawing all the energy inward, all the energy into the heart. Any loose strands of energy returning back home into your heart, every breath. Calling all parts of yourself back inward, into the heart. Beautiful job. And with the next inhale, coming back. Beautiful. Let's bring those feet together in a nice Baddha Konasana butterfly. The soles of the feet are together. You can wrap your hands around the feet. You can open them up like a book. Begin to flap those knees, flap those butterfly wings. And we're going to breathe. And with every inhale, we're going to bring all our soul powers, anything we have given away, we have left out into the universe, we're going to draw magnetically back home into our heart. It knows its way back home to itself. And as we exhale, we're going to release anything that isn't ours, anything that no longer serves, any outdating programming or conditioning, belief systems that no longer serve, patterning, any wounds or hurts from thoughts that allowed us to feel disempowered, we're going to release. So let's gently let the butterfly wings stop. We're going to inhale, lengthening the spine, elongating the spine, becoming a little taller. And on the exhale, we're going to hinge forward. Right? Feeling a nice hip opener at both hips. And we're going to begin to breathe, inhaling all our soul powers and all our energies back into our own being. And on the exhale, letting go of all that no longer serves our highest destiny, our highest person, our highest path and purpose, the highest version of ourselves. One more breath, inhaling all our soul power energies back into our being, into our heart. On the exhale, letting go of all that no longer serves, all outdated programming, all disempowered ways of being, all that no longer serves. And inhale, coming back up to a seated position. Beautiful job. And we're going to move into a balancing bear. So first thing we're going to do is go one leg at a time. So the heels are coming onto the earth. We still have our hands wrapped around our feet. And we're going to go one leg at a time as we open that leg up. You can move it a little bit. Bring it closer to you. Noticing sensation, enjoying that. Bringing the prana and the life force in as you breathe into the belly. Our three-part yogic breath. Release that leg down. Move the other side. Opening up. Move closer. Keeping the breath flowing. And exhaling that foot down. We're going to move into a balancing bear with both legs. And if you can't balance very easily, then just do one leg at a time. That's a variation. So we're resting on those sits bones. We're going to bring the heels up off the earth and then bring those legs out. Find a dristi, a point in front of you that's not moving you can gaze at. Gauge those bandhas and breathe. One more breath. And coming down on your exhale. Beautiful job. And we're going to stay resting on these sits bones as we move into a boat pose. Resting on those sits bones, feeling nice and secure. We're going to lift those heels up. We're going to come into half boat, bringing the hands behind the knees. The shins and the calves are parallel to the floor. And then if you'd like to stay here, or if you'd like to challenge yourself, you can move into a full boat as you extend the legs and the arms. Engage the bandhas and breathe. Find a dristi. One more breath. And your exhale, coming back into half boat, and then coming back down. Beautiful job. And we're going to come down onto the earth. If I can make it limited space here. I have so many plants. They take up half my living room. Beautiful. And we're going to move into a nice supine spinal twist. So the first thing we're going to do with our twist, let's go this way first. Let's take the right leg, the right knee up and come up onto our left side just an inch. And begin to bring that, begin to bring the left leg, the right leg over to the left hand on the left knee, the right knee, and bringing it over. And the right arm is going to come out 90 degrees, and you're going to turn the head to gaze out over the right fingertips. We're moving that spine, we're twisting that spine, and it's like if we had a rag and we twisted it, and the organs are getting cleansed, the spine is getting cleansed. We're bringing energy into the spine to keep it healthy and vital. And breathe. One more breath. And releasing that right knee, coming back to center. See if I can get it all straight this time. And we're going to straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee, and we're going to come up onto an inch just to keep that spine from too much twist, and bring the left knee over to the right, right hand on the left knee. Find your edge, honoring your body. Left hand is out 90 degrees. We're going to turn the head to gaze out over the left fingertips. And breathe. Enjoying the sensation. Enjoying being embodied. Allowing this to be a sacred experience. Bringing the body, mind, spirit all together as one. For one purpose. For love. The extension of love throughout the universe. Love for ourselves first. And naturally that love extends out to all, everywhere, unconditional. One more breath. Releasing that leg, coming back. So you're flat on your back, and let's bring those knees into the chest and rocking back and forth. Good job. Let's bring those legs up and bring the flex and extend the feet. You bring the hands behind the hamstrings, the thighs, and pull the legs in towards the body. And open up the legs. Nice stretch. Enjoying the sensations. And then let's bring the soles of the feet together in a Supta Baddha Konasana, a supine butterfly. And you can gently pull the feet in towards the body for a nice hip opener, simultaneously opening both hips at the same time. And breathe, enjoying the sensation, allowing all aspects of yourself and your soul power to come home, back home into the body, into the heart. And let's bring those feet out. The soles of the feet are facing the sky. Knees are still wide. And the hands are wrapped around the outer edges of the feet. And we're going to pull down gently, bringing the knees and the feet down towards the floor. Feeling an even deeper hip opener here in a baby. Breathing into the belly, engaging the bandhas. Bringing back all those energies to rest back in the heart, allowing the soul to be fully embodied. And let's rock back and forth. And let's move into Happy Baby, Ananda Balasana, kicking those feet around, just like the babies do, like you did when you were a baby, allowing what feels good. And doing any other last little movements you need to. Going to move into a few releases and Savasana. So moving into our releases, we're going to have the feet on the earth, knees are up, and bring your hands to your hips, both hips. And we're going to move into hula. Nothing lifts up off the earth. The sacrum, the spine, the buttocks, all are stay solidly on the earth. And we're just going to hinge the hips. So bringing the right hip down, reaching towards the right heel. Left hip is reaching up towards the left armpit. And then swiveling them. Now that left hip is coming up. reaching towards the left armpit. The right is reaching down towards the right heel. And continuing to swivel the hips in our hula. Release. Everything's flat on the earth. Feeling that sacrum flat on the earth. That's the hinge point as you just hinge these hips. And notice and enjoy the sensations. Keeping the breath flowing. All your soul power embodied in this beautiful body temple, this temporary vehicle, so that you can serve the unified field, the oneness, the highest good of all. Coming back to center, we're going to move into hip pointers. So we are going to lift one buttocks at a time up. My right buttocks and my right hip are rooted into the earth. And I'm going to point the left hip up as I lift that left buttocks. Hip and point that hip up towards the heaven. And I'm going to root the left hip into the earth and point the right one up. Hip pointers. Just going back and forth, side to side, add a little twist to that lumbar spine, releasing and relaxing that lower back for our savasana. Keeping the breath flowing into the lower belly, triggering that relaxation response in the nervous system. And one more time on either side. And coming back to neutral. We're going to move now into cat-cow on the floor in the supine position. So as we move into cat, you're going to feel the small of the back, that lumbar spine press into the earth, tailbone tucks under. And that's our exhale. Inhaling, you're going to feel that spine arch up off the earth, tailbone sticking in towards the earth. Your back may still be on the earth, but the spine is arched up off the earth, the spine. That's our extension. So moving into cat-cow, flexion, extension, and breathe. Into the belly as we relax the nervous system. Release the health-building hormones, serotonin. One more time. Reach. And coming back to center. We're going to move into single knee drop. So we're going to keep the knees up, but we're going to walk the feet further and further apart out to the wide edges of your mat if you have a mat. We're going to drop one knee at a time into the center. You feel this a little bit in your hips. Keeping the breath flowing, basking in that nectar, bringing all the energies home into your own being, into this body. Massive power embodied inside this tiny body. Clouds, we are microscopic organisms. The moon, we are microscopic organisms. And one more time on each side. Enjoying sensation, noticing sensation. As we notice sensation in the body, we bring those energies back in. We become embodied. And bringing both knees back up, and let's bring those feet back hip width apart. And we're going to drop both knees over to one side, double knee windshield wiper. You can either bring them together as a windshield wiper, or I like the option too of lifting the top knee up, bringing that over to the other side and allowing the other knee to follow. Keeping the breath flowing, finding your own pace, your own rhythm, honoring your sacred body, your sacred soul. And meditating on this presence within you, this true identity, coming back to center and beginning to get nice and comfortable for Savasana. Relaxing the body out. You may want to put something under your knees, or an eye pillow, or a small pillow under your head, maybe a blanket if it's chilly in your space. Get comfortable for a few moments of Savasana, deep relaxation. I'll guide you in for just a few moments, and then we'll enjoy silence. And as we rest here, integrating all the energies of this practice, bringing your awareness to this indwelling presence, this true eternal identity. And as all the energies have returned into our heart and into our body and into our soul power, fully empowered, creating the intention that this powerful divine presence within us become masterful at animating through this temporary vehicle of the body for our highest destiny and purpose, for our own self and for all, as our eternal self is one unified field, deeply connected to all other souls and all life, everywhere. And resting into deep silence. Taking a nice deep breath into the belly. Returning back this time and space. Moving the fingers and the toes. Stretching out the arms and the legs. Rolling over to one side when you're ready. Taking a breath here. Noticing the shifts in the fluids and the organs, the energies. And when you're ready, coming up to a seated position. And taking this moment to check inside. Dive into Pratyahara, your heart. Sensing that powerful soul power within you. Consolidated, safe, and comfortable inside your body. Setting out an intention that we extend only love. We use this power for good, for the highest and greatest good of our life and of all. Honoring our own truth and aligning with our truth. Aligning with our soul frequency, our soul vibration. As we extend forth love in our own unique signature, our own light vibration. Sending your heart, your soul, its indwelling presence, love and gratitude. We bring in the hands in Anjali Mudra, in front of the heart. We will conclude with the Namaste prayer. I honor the place in you in which the entire universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love, light, truth, and peace. When I am in that place in me, and you are in that place in you, we are one. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for Ecstatic Yoga. I am Grace. Please go to ecstaticyoga.studio and check out our yoga retreats, our yoga teacher trainings. Wishing you a most beautiful and most blessed day.